Your dog knows your face. That part is not in question. The science on that is settled, documented, and frankly, remarkable. Your dog has memorized the specific configuration of your features, the distance between your eyes, the shape of your jaw, the way your mouth moves when you are about to say its name, with a level of precision that should make you slightly uncomfortable. But here is what the science also shows. What your dog is actually reading when it looks at your face is not what you think it is. And when you understand what it is actually processing, what information it is extracting from your face in the fraction of a second before you have said a single word, your entire understanding of what it means to be seen by your dog will shift. Let's start with what we know. In 2014, a research team at Emory University in Atlanta placed dogs inside an fMRI scanner, which, if you have never tried to get a dog to lie still inside a loud medical imaging machine, you will appreciate is a significant scientific achievement in itself, and measured their brain activity while showing them photographs of human faces versus the backs of human heads. The findings were unambiguous. A specific region of the dog's brain, the temporal face patch, the same region that activates in humans when processing faces, showed significantly higher activation when dogs viewed faces compared to non-face images. Dogs have dedicated neural architecture for processing human faces. It is not generalized object recognition. It is not pattern matching. It is a specific biological system built for one purpose: reading the faces of the people they live with. But that is where the simple version of the story ends, because what the Emory team found when they dug deeper into how that system works is where everything gets interesting. Dogs do not look at your face the way you look at theirs. When humans scan a face, we follow a predictable pattern. Eyes first, specifically the left eye of the person we are looking at, which falls on our right visual field, then mouth, then nose, then back to the eyes. It is called the F pattern of facial scanning, and it is remarkably consistent across cultures and individuals. Dogs scan faces in a different sequence entirely. Research published in the journal Animal Cognition tracked the eye movements of dogs as they looked at human faces. What the data showed was that dogs bias heavily toward the left side of their visual field, which means they are primarily looking at the right side of your face. And that is not a random preference. The right side of the human face is controlled by the right hemisphere of the brain, the hemisphere that governs emotional expression. The right side of your face is more emotionally expressive than the left. The muscles there respond faster to genuine emotion and are harder to consciously control. Your dog is not looking at your face to identify who you are. Your dog is looking at the most emotionally honest part of your face to find out how you actually feel. It is not reading your identity. It is reading your truth. And this is where the science becomes genuinely uncomfortable. Because if your dog is specifically scanning the most emotionally expressive side of your face, the side you have the least conscious control over, then your dog knows things about your emotional state that you may not have consciously processed yourself. Researchers at the University of Helsinki found that dogs correctly identify human emotional expressions: happiness, anger, fear, sadness, surprise, disgust, from photographs alone, with no vocal cues, no body language, no context, just the face. And they do not just identify the emotion, they respond to it. Dogs shown angry human faces show elevated cortisol levels and increased heart rate. Dogs shown happy faces show relaxation responses and approach behavior. Your dog is running a continuous emotional assessment of your face. Every time it looks at you, it is checking the right side of your face for information that you may be trying to hide from everyone around you. You can keep things from your partner. You can keep things from your friends. You can hold your face still and your voice steady and get through the day without anyone knowing something is wrong. Your dog knows. Now here is the part that nobody tells you, the part that changes how this whole story feels. It is not just that dogs can read your face. It is that they were shaped over 15,000 years of living alongside humans to need to. Dogs that could not read human faces did not survive in human environments. Dogs that could not distinguish a welcoming expression from a threatening one a relaxed owner from a frightened one, a normal day from a day when something was deeply wrong. Those dogs made mistakes that cost them. The ones that thrived were the ones whose facial recognition systems were most finely tuned to human emotional expression. The dog sitting across the room from you right now is the descendant of thousands of generations of animals that were selected, not by anyone's conscious design, but by the simple logic of survival, to be extraordinarily good at reading your face. It is not a trick. It is not a learned behavior. It is evolution, and it is pointed directly at you. There is one more finding I want to leave you with, because I have been thinking about it since I first read the research, and I have not been able to put it down. The Emory University team ran a follow-up study to test whether dogs could recognize their owner's face in photographs, not in person, not from smell or sound or movement, just a photograph, a flat two-dimensional image with no scent, no voice, no body language, just the face. The dogs recognized their owners consistently, reliably, across different photographs taken at different times. The face recognition system in their brain fired not for a living person in the room, but for a piece of paper with an image on it. Think about what that means. Your dog does not need you to be present to know your face. Your face is stored. It is encoded. It is sitting in a specific region of your dog's brain as a permanent fixture. Not a memory, exactly, more like a recognition template that the brain keeps active and ready and scanning for at all times. When your dog looks out the window, it is not just watching the street. It is running your face against everything it sees. When your dog hears a sound at the door, it is not just listening. It is preparing the recognition system, getting ready to check whether the face that appears is the face, the one it has been looking for. Every time you walk through that door, your dog's brain does something that took 15,000 years to build. It runs your face through a recognition system that has been shaped by evolution specifically to find you. It checks the right side of your face, the honest side, to see how you actually feel. And before you have said a single word, before you have made a single gesture, your dog already knows. It knows you are home. It knows how you feel. It knows if something is wrong. It has known all of this from the moment it saw your face. It just has no way to tell you that it knows. Subscribe to Paw and Brain. Every video on this channel is one more layer of the inner life of the animal that shares your home. The science is always stranger and more beautiful than you expect. I will see you in the next one.